Hi guys, it's Real Talk with Tracy. Something hit me so funny today. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. But you know how comedy comes out of serious things? So my aunt, who's a lovely woman, lives with my uncle who is the ultimate narcissist. And I'm talking, every time I talk to her or she leaves me a message, I'll ask her how she's doing. And she's just like, things are just terrible. I'm like, what do you mean? The weather. I go, it's beautiful out. You're only like 6 hours away from me. Oh, but it's windy and it's dusty and there's leaves everywhere. It's just terrible. It's just so terrible. How was lunch? Did you guys go out for lunch? Yes. And can you believe it? It was terrible. What happened? It was just terrible. It was awful. We went out for lunch and it was just an absolutely terrible lunch. It was just awful and terrible. Well, how's your day going? It's kind of terrible. So every time I talk to her, and I love her so much, but everything, she uses that word terrible so often. She's looking for a new rescue dog and she leaves me a message and she's like, we went up to Salinas. Tracy, it was terrible. It was just so terrible. I have to tell you about how terrible it was. The ride, it was terrible. Being stuck with her husband, terrible. The shelter, awful, terrible. I say awful, she says terrible. Everything is so terrible. And I'm like, every day is a gift. Let's look for things that are really good. How can I when everything is just so terrible? So, it just really hit me funny. I don't know why. It hit me funny. We'll be talking about something and I'm waiting for her to say like, it was good or it was fine or it was happy or something. It was enjoyable. Everything is terrible. Life, how's it going? Terrible. So I'm trying to pull her out of this rut she's in where she perceives everything to be terrible because there's so many good things going on every day. And it's really sad to me that some people are focused on what's wrong instead of what's good. How was the glass of water? Terrible. It was half empty. Okay, but it was half full. No, it's just terrible. There was only half a cup. So I don't know. In my mind, I started thinking about almost like a comedy routine, talking about how every time I talk to her, everything is terrible. And you got to take it with a grain of salt because she's healthy. She lives in a beautiful place and things can't be that terrible. There's so many terrible things going on in the world, but things can't be that terrible. How was your night last night? Oh, it was terrible. What happened? I was watching coverage about the elections. Terrible. So anyway, I could only take it in a certain amount to where I start to feel terrible. And then I got to get off the phone. But then she'll be, I love you. You're a ray of sunshine in my life. Otherwise, if you weren't in my life and you didn't cheer me up, you know how my life would be? Terrible? Yes. My life would be just terrible. So anyway, trying to get her to see the happiness of things. I don't know. It just hit me weird. There's so many really bad things going on. And these little things are just little bumps in the road. So Anyway, conversations with my aunt. I just want her to be happy. So hopefully things will get better and won't be so terrible. Anyway, you guys, subscribe if you can. I'm close to monetization, which means I have almost 1,000 followers. And that means I will earn like a few pennies eventually, and I will be able to afford a cup of coffee. I don't know, Starbucks, that may be shooting too high, but I will be able to afford a cup of coffee. I'm afraid to ask my aunt if she's been out for coffee because she's going to be like, it was terrible. Okay, guys, talk to you soon. Have a great day. Not a terrible day, but a great day. All right, bye.